Hello and welcome back. Susan Zummo here, intuitive and originator of soul patterning harmonics. I've been talking a lot about movement, right? Movement, time to move, time to get up and move. Well, I guess everything inside me must have heard that because I'm going to be doing some traveling this year. And while I am traveling, I'm going to make sure that there are messages and videos for you to watch. So this one is being recorded ahead of time, again, because I will be traveling. But they did tell me that it was going to be relevant for you all as we get the messages. So that's the most important thing, right? Um, I did have to laugh at some of the comments that I've been reading. I think they are absolutely fantastic, and I giggle at them because it gives me some insight into some of the people who are watching the videos. And I feel like we are developing rapport and getting to know each other a little better. So I kind of like that. So, as we talk about movement, travel, change, all the things that are going on, you can see I'm sitting on my hands because I'm Italian. I'm trying not to wave them at the screen. While we're talking about all this travel, um, we want to stay connected, right? Just because we're moving, we're making changes, and we're moving, we still need to be connected to our inner truth, right? Well, how do you do that? The way that you do that is you go within, go inward, go into the heart, right? And as you go within, then you go up. And as you go up, you can access unlimited amounts of information, unlimited amounts of energy, and unlimited amounts of change frequencies, right? Anything that you want, you are connected to source as you go inward and upward out through the top of your head. Now, some people go up through their chakras, and that's great, right? Some people go all the way up. Some people go in and they stay in their heart and they call it down, and that's fine too. I like to go up, get the information, bring it back down into my heart, and then sit with it. Because remember, you're only going to be able to access the information that corresponds to your frequency. You're never going to be given more than you can handle. The universe, source, doesn't want to break you by telling you things or giving you access to information that you cannot handle. It's not something that's thought about. There's nobody up there holding a clipboard going, no, no, don't give her that, but you can give her that, right? It doesn't work that way. Everything is frequency, and we know this. So as the information comes back down and you are sitting with it, remember that it is going through your filter. And we need to be very aware of our own filters, right? I have seen people go get information while they're giving me an intuitive reading or, doing a training. And I watch them go get it and I'm looking at that information. And when they bring it back down and interpret it, I go, okay, I can see that, but it's a little skewed. And that's because of their filter. Now, my assumption is that you and I are not delusional and we are not going to bring information back down that tells us, that we're the ruler of the world or everyone must bend their will to ours, things like that. We have to be reasonable and we have to understand what our own worldview is, our own beliefs, right? Our own limitations, because we might want to work on those so that we can get pure information. Some of us in my field call it stepping aside and getting out of the way so that when the information comes in, we just give what we've got, right? And try to keep our filter as clean as possible. Now, I was laughing when I was talking to my guys about this because they said, well, ask yourself, are you delusional? And I said, well, some people in my family might think so, right? Just depends on who you ask. But I happen to know that I am not mentally ill and there is no mental illness in my family, even though some of them are a little off center. I always laugh when things happen because I've been very different from the very beginning, right? So I hear stories of a lot of people who have a spiritual awakening or they have some kind of contact. And the first thing they do is run to the psychiatrist to see if they're crazy. I never did that. I can be in my house and I can hear something at the other end of the house. I don't think it's a dog outside barking. I think it's someone in spirit trying to talk to me. Now, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't, but that's just where my mind goes. Where does your mind go? Because I can tell you as a clairaudient, I hear talking all the time. I hear whispering all the time, right? I hear all kind of communication all the time, right? And and it doesn't mean I'm crazy. Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. Anyway, but as a clairaudient, right, I hear into other dimensions. And because I can hear into other dimensions, sometimes I answer back and they answer back, and we have a little bit of a conversation, right? So the next question that I always ask is, why are you telling me this? Regardless of who I'm talking to, whether they are in a body or they are not in a body, my question is, why are you telling me this? What's your intent? Are you intending to create fear? Are you intending to guide me? Are you intending to help me? Are you intending to support me, love me, create division, confusion? Why are you telling me this? And I want to tell you that this applies to people who are in the body as well. You are being bombarded with information from everywhere, social media, news, right? Neighbors, friends, family, everyone has information that they are telling you. And you want to ask yourself, why are you telling me this? Are you telling me this so that you can get clicks or ratings, right? Are you telling me this to get something from me? Are you telling me this to create fear, division, argumentative situations, to bring my frequency down? Or are you telling me this because you love me and you want to uplift me or help me or assist me? If the answer is yes, they love me, they want to help me and assist me, are they doing it out of fear? And we want to know that because we want to know the truth of who we are, the truth of the information we're receiving. And we need to take all of that information and mold it into something that we either accept or reject. Now, I can tell you when I am talking to my intuition or my soul family, I accept it as a fact. Doesn't mean I don't question it. I still question it. I always have a list of questions, and I would encourage you to do that too. I would encourage you not to be afraid to speak to your higher, to connect with your soul or your soul family. But I would also encourage you to check it, check that information, see how it feels to you. Now, as we move forward, you're going to be hearing and seeing and receiving some hard truths. And they may be truths about yourself, they may be truths about the world, about your community, about the things that you've always believed or known. And it can be difficult to listen to and accept those hard truths. As human beings, it's natural for us to just push it away and not want to hear it and not want to see it or accept it. That's a protection mechanism, and there's nothing wrong with that. Many years ago, I was given some great advice by a director that I worked for. He said, when someone has feedback for you about you, just sit there and listen. Don't explain it. Don't what happened it. Don't try to make someone else understand. Just listen to it. And that is some very hard advice because our natural reaction is to feel attacked and want to defend. And we will see this in the world around us. There will be information coming out in the news, on social media, And again, I'm going to tell you to use your intuition and your discernment to determine what is true and what is false. If you know it to be true and it is an unpleasant truth, then you're going to have to sit with it. Don't outright reject it. And this is something that mature individuals do. And I know that you are all mature individuals because in order for us to move forward and not be deluded, right? Not in a delusional way, we have to know the truth and we have to understand it so we can work with it. It may mean that we have to change the things that we know. It may mean that we have to change the way that we act in the world. And then, after all that, while I was thinking about these things, my guys came in and said, can you deliver the truth with kindness? Can you deliver the truth to someone else or to yourself without anger, without hurt? Can you do it with kindness? And that may mean sitting with it for a while and keeping it contained within you until you can do that. And for some of us, that's going to be a challenge, especially those of us who react with intense emotions first and then come back and do the talking. So, can you deliver truth with kindness? And this goes for delivering truth to yourself. You know, you have to eliminate that judgment of, oh my God, you were so stupid. How could you do that? Well, that's not the way to deliver truth to yourself. And kindness is something that we are going to want to embody a lot going forward. We are going to want to extend kindness to ourselves and to others. Otherwise, it's going to be a very harsh world. And, and that I can tell you was a lesson that I had to learn. I remember when I was back in my 30s where people were afraid to even tell me anything. Someone would come in the room and they would be shaking. I'm like, what's the matter with you? But they were so afraid of being judged. And I had to look at myself about that and look at how I was judging myself because that was in my auric field and they were filling it, right? I knew a woman once that I worked with who knew how to deliver truth with kindness. She could bring someone into her office and give them a dressing down and tell them that the next time they did it, they were out the door. And they would hug her, they would walk out the door smiling, and they would thank her profusely. I've never seen people come out of a dressing down smiling and joyous like that. But she knew how to do that. She knew how to deliver the truth with kindness and love and without judgment. And I learned a lot from her. And so I want you to think about that because as we go forward into this year and more things shift and more things change, you are going to hear people pronouncing things from on high as if they are carved in the stones that Moses brought down from the mountain. They will be so secure in their truth and they will be so intending to convince you of their truth that you're going to have to be careful not to be pulled into their frequency and down that road with them, especially if it's a road you don't want to go down. And so this is the information, the message, and the warning that we're putting out this week for you, because discernment and intent really go hand in hand. Intent to me means everything. If someone is intending to tell me something that they feel I need to know, then I can give them lots of leeway and grace when it comes to their delivery. Now, their delivery might not be the way I want it, and we can work through that. But in the end, I know where they're coming from. And if they're coming from a place of love, we can talk about it. If they're not, then I have nothing to say. So I want you to think about these things. And I want you to also, before I go, ask you what your movement looks like this year. This year is a year of learning, right? I am learning like I've never learned before. I am pulling down information for new classes like I've never seen before. And so it's not just enough to be the teacher. we must also be the student. And that applies to everything in your life as well. When someone is giving you their truth, be a student, be open and listen. Then sit with it. And then you can be the teacher and give it back. So, lots of things going on, lots of information in this message, but sit with it, think about it, and see how it works for you. If you have any little stories or any thoughts about what we've talked about how you get connected, about how you discern the truth, right? How you intend when you're working with people or just in relationship with people, let me know about that. Okay. I don't talk about it a lot because I'm not really here to make money. I don't have a Patreon. I'm not really interested in that right now. But I do want to let you know that on July 12th, I will be teaching the next portal, right? So that'll be the fifth portal, accessing the Master Healer. I think you're all going to enjoy that. And then on August 23rd, we're going to talk about restructuring relationships. That will be the sixth portal. So that's what's coming up for me. Just with everything going on, not a ton of classes or activity, but you can always reach out to me. If you're interested in a private reading or a session, let me know, and we'll work it out in between everything else that's going on this year. All right. So there you have it. I hope you have a fantastic week. I love you from my heart to yours, and I wish you many blessings.